Hello and welcome to Once Upon a Weird. I'm Chelsea.
Hello. I'm Courtney.
I'm Bruce.
And today we are
And here we are.
here. We finally made it here. But today, like promised, we are talking about cults.
Cults.
I want to buy Rosie a t-shirt. This is future cult leader.
If anybody.
Yeah.
Her or Matt?
Matt for sure. Rosie and Matt are so similar. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Matt,
Same human.
TV show host.
Yeah. Matt, though,
who could also run a
he's one of those kids that, and I don't know if it's just personally, but he can wear you down until you're just like, yeah, I don't care. The sky is orange. I don't care. I just don't care anymore. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. Well, he met his match in Jake, and I think that's why they butt heads sometimes.
For sure.
But also why he loves
For
him.
sure. Yes, that's, yeah. Yeah. But anyway. All right. So, how was everyone's week? I can't hear you, but I'm sure it was something. So.
Here, listen, I'll tell you about my week. I went to the spa on Saturday.
Yeah, you did.
And it
How was that?
Glorious. I had a salt scrub, and then I sat in the hydrotherapy pools and rooms for like 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It was top tier. And then we got pasta.
Oh, love.
So it was truly like, and then Lady Yum. So macaroons after that. And it was like the solid just trifecta. Spa, carbs,
Mm-hmm.
macarons.
I had a head spa done last week.
I never had macarons.
And if you haven't had one, I would ask for it for Christmas, your birthday. I don't care. Go try it. It was one of the most glorious experiences of my life. My hair was beautiful after too. Yeah, go. Like, pause us if you need, but go schedule your appointment for your head spa. It was like,
run, don't walk.
Yeah, I mean, you can walk if you please, but just get there. So go get your head scratched and washed and massaged, and that was a puddle. It just felt so nice. That whole like head scratchy, scrubby. Oh, Lord. Anyway, I digress.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna put me to sleep just thinking about it.
I was gonna say, literally, that's my favorite part of a haircut. So I feel like I would probably fall asleep.
Yeah, it wasn't though.
I know. I told my stylist that last time.
But like,
she was like, okay, and she did it for like an extra 5
I
minutes.
said you, but I meant like I was on the verge of sleepy the whole time, where you could feel everything still happening. You could hear everything. You could smell all the smells, but you were just kind of so relaxed that you were not there.
You were just kind of like there. I get you. I know what you mean.
Yeah. So
picking up what you're laying.
Yeah, it was lovely. I'm telling you.
It's like those NyQuil sleeps.
Hate those. Nope, don't like.
Ugh, no, hate those.
No.
Mm-mm.
There's always a bad dream or like a
sleep paralysis.
Yeah, I don't, and I can't wake up the next day.
Mine's like I'm asleep, but I'm aware of everything going on around me all night long, and I hate it so much. Yep. I hate it. Nope, I can't.
Feel like you're not actually sleeping, but you're probably are. I don't know.
I'll just take a Xanax.
Yeah. I'll just sleep like shit.
That's why I feel like it's the closest thing to sleep paralysis. Is you're alert, but you can't move. You can't wake up because you're
hate that so much.
Hate it.
Yeah. Well, anyways, that was a tangent and a half.
That was.
Well, tonight I'm gonna kick us off for the cult conversation. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Have either of you ever heard of Happy Science?
I don't think so.
Okay. So Happy Science, it's a group that kind of combines like new age alien technology or like theology, anime movies, political campaigns, media empire. Put all that into one, and you have yourself some Happy Science. So picture, Japan, 1980s, shoulder pads, Walkmans, economic boom. And then you have this one guy called, and it's Japanese, so I might butcher it, but Ryuho Okawa. He walks out of his trading company job and he says, "Hey, I'm not a salary man. I'm the current incarnation of a supreme cosmic being named El Canter." El Canter.
As one is.
Mm-hmm. Who has been various gods in past lives and has come to save humanity. And so people naturally said, yes. Yeah. And that's how Happy Science began. So it's not like it's like a self-help type group. They believe in reincarnation, aliens, heaven and hell, demonic spirits, world transformation, and then, like I had said earlier, they produce anime films. So
I mean, it's not sounding
budget
terrible at this point.
Animation. So I'm going to walk you through kind of how this started, what they believe, how the media kind of strategy part of their cult works, and kind of the controversial sides behind all of it. So we're going to kind of dive into that. Okay. 15th of July, 1986, Ryuho Okawa resigns from his position at some company. I literally couldn't find out where he was working. And then on the 6th of October, 1986, he formally founds what becomes Happy Science. He originally called it the Institute for Research in Human Happiness, which is a mouthful. So good call.
But it tells you what it is instead of just Happy Science.
Happy Science. Yeah. So Akawa had previously published books that claimed to channel messages from religious and historical figures. So Jesus, Confucius, what was the other one? Freddie Mercury, and then boom, full movement. So like it's anybody throughout time. He said there's like over 500 voices and spirits that he channels.
So he just has a string to each one and he's like, ding, ding, ding. Hello, I have a question.
Yep. Yeah. So he can channel any of these spirits. And so their aim, according to the organization, is to bring happiness to humanity by spreading truth, which is the most dangerous sentence I've ever heard.
Yeah, no.
So
there's a reason blissfully ignorant is a saying.
We're going to spread truth. The right person is asking, what is the truth that you were spreading?
Right. Is it your truth or is it my truth?
Right.
Whose truth is it?
So by 1991, they were officially registered as a religious corporation in Japan. And it's kind of like they built out this publishing arms. There's schools. There's even a political wing. Like it's a whole movement at this point in the early 90s of this cult. And so, sorry, I can't get over the fact that it's Freddie Mercury and Jesus in like the same sentence.
I literally, like, that bothered the ever-living crap out of me. I literally wanted to be like, I'm sorry, what? Who? What?
You were listing them off and then you were like, wait, who was the last one?
Oh yeah,
Freddie Mercury. Definitely not who I was going to
I was expecting Gandhi, Buddha, like Freddie Mercury. Get out of my face immediately. What?
Like, as I was writing this up and this kept happening, there's like this one sentence and it's like, I channeled Jesus and Freddie Mercury. Just can't get it out of my head.
I want to get you a shirt that just says Jesus and Freddie Mercury. Like, that's it.
We're gonna make the whole list.
You know what? There's our first merch.
For the love of Jesus and Freddie Mercury. Gosh.
Jesus and Freddie Mercury. Okay. My God. Yeah.
There's a reason I bought note cards. Because we can make notes and then I have my magnet board.
Tell you what.
It's amazing. So, okay, Jesus and Freddie Mercury. So here's what they believe, according to Happy Science. They believe in a supreme being called El Canter, described as the highest god of earth, the Lord of all gods. They assert that this being was born on earth 330 million years ago and has been incarnated many times, including as Buddha, Hermes, Osiris, Odin, etc. Okawa is claiming to be the current incarnation of that being. And so the key teachings of this cult, it's the fourfold path, quote unquote. And this is love that gives, wisdom, self-reflection, and progress is their kind of like 4 things that they are looking into. So again, they believe in reincarnation, angels, demons, extraterrestrials, heaven and hell. And the only real requirement to join is having the, quote, the aspiration and discipline to seek the truth and actively contribute to love, peace, and happiness on earth, unquote. So pretty much it's like, hey, come to us. But again, they're speaking about this truth.
Yeah. Whose truth is.
The fuck does that mean, right?
Yeah.
So
where are we pulling this truth from?
Freddie Mercury, apparently.
Right.
And Jesus.
Yeah.
And Confucius.
So,
don't leave him out.
Yeah, no, you can't leave out Confucius, Gandhi, you know.
Whatever. Yeah, sure.
Who the fuck ever. Jesus, Freddie Mercury. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is kind of where it gets into the high budget, like anime type thing. So this is not the cult that is publishing pamphlets. They commission anime films. They sometimes live action movies as well, documentaries, they stream content. And so they're kind of treating it a little bit like a franchise in a way. Like, so here's a couple of examples. The series is The Laws of the Universe, a 3-part film series produced by HS Pictures Studio. That's their studio name. And the first film, Part 0, was released in October of 2015. And the whole plot is that a group of 5 junior high kids get caught in a weird alien invasion type story involving gray aliens. So there's only one
Why
review.
is this sounding like a little like Stranger Things?
Literally, my exact thought was, is this Stranger Things, except in 2015? Except that's
right.
Stranger Things has been around too long. Anyways, so great. So the one review that this movie had was messy, ... something only Akawa followers could enjoy. So just going to throw that out there. Another one was The Rebirth of Buddha. This one was produced in 2009, and it shows a 17-year-old schoolgirl reporter, evil spirits, false prophets, exorcisms, and reincarnation. All the cult kind of tropes that they've built. So the most recent one that they did in 2025 was Dragonheart, Adventures Beyond This World. So they are legitimately
They are still doing stuff.
Movie. Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So they are pretty much in their heads using this multimedia and cinematic experiences to spread the message of this cult and build what they're calling building identity and recruiting younger audiences. So it's not just kind of like, come to our temple, it's coming soon to your local theater. It's really kind of fucking weird.
Kind of smart.
And so
I don't like when weird people are smart.
I know. Well, and again, like everything I'm finding about it is like they believe in these things and they want to spread the truth. And it's like, the truth about fucking what? Because I still don't know and y'all are freaking me out. So,
yeah.
So anyways, anime, all of that. But anyways, Happy Science doesn't stay in Japan. They opened overseas branches. So there's some in the US, UK, Uganda, Australia, and they have a whole political arm too. So it's called the Happiness Realization Party. So the party adopts conservative fiscal policies, infrastructure spending, strong US-Japan alliance, and some denialist stances. So like historical war events being said that, nay, bro, that didn't happen.
I have newspapers literally on my wall that prove otherwise.
Yeah. So, of course, they've gotten a lot of controversy, right? So obviously, they're saying that many scholars call them a cult. Well,
if the shoe
fits, lace that shit up.
For damn sure.
They have been accused of aggressive recruitment and using high pressure tactics. Obviously, they're literally making films to recruit a younger audience. Anyways, during the pandemic, they claimed to have, quote, spiritual vaccines, unquote. and they sold DVDs and CDs claiming immunity boosting and held large gatherings despite the distancing rules in literally every country. Yeah, it was obviously criticized for their political stances and for blending the entertainment, religion, commerce kind of part of the world. Like, those things shouldn't probably all meet. But anyways, if you feel weird about a church produced alien invasion anime, you're probably not alone.
Sounds like Veggie Tales.
Yeah. So it's no, one of the reviews, when I was reading through, said it was like Veggie Tales meets like fucking, I don't know,
Predator.
Tron or
Alien
something.
versus Predator.
yeah. I don't know, man, but it's like fucking weird. So
on acid, probably.
Lots of drugs.
Veggie Tales on acid.
Yeah. So
don't hurt my heart. I
anyways,
love
for
Veggie
these
Tales.
reasons,
we still sing Barbara Manatee. You know, it's not called Barbara Manatee. It's called Endangered Love.
I did know that, actually, only because I think I might have seen it on Instagram.
I legitimately walk through my house singing.
Yeah, we listened to it.
Oh, where is my hairbrush? Oh, where?
I was gonna say, please make it the hairbrush song.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Do the Water Buffalo song.
Yeah. My cheeseburger.
Yeah. Mr. Lunt's love songs.
Yep.
Classics.
They are classic Veggie Tales.
Meanwhile, it's going to be K-pop Demon Hunters that my kids are.
Yep.
This is nostalgic for them. Anyway, so Happy Science stands out for a number of reasons, right? It's that kind of fusion of entertainment and theology and political ambition. It's global reach, media savvy recruitment. There is this weirdly charismatic leader who claims these supernatural powers. So it's like all of these checking the boxes of cult. So the normalization of media franchise style theology, you buy all this stuff and it becomes kind of your life. That's really what they're hoping people do. So anyways, it's kind of a case study on how modern cults can adopt pop culture and media. And that's what you're saying, Chelsea. It's smart, but it's also really scary to do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, what we can kind of take away from this is always question charismatic figures who claim cosmic origin. That's a good thing to do. Okay. Notice that when theology becomes entertainment and recruitment becomes multimedia, also a problem. Recognize the signs. Open-ended self-improvement claims. Seek the truth. Get out of that. The multiple past life incarnations, get away from that.
Question everything.
Yeah, especially political advances in your, theological group, cult.
And if they have nothing to hide, they will be more than willing to answer your questions.
Yeah. So, alien invasion anime cult. That's what I have this week.
I'm surprised your husband didn't join.
I know. Yeah, honestly, when I was reading about it, made me think of him. That's why I picked it.
Funny.
Yeah, so we will need a t-shirt named Jesus with Jesus and Freddie Mercury.
Maybe Jesus and Freddie Mercury need to be shaking hands.
I'm not an artist, but I will see what I can do.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Where's ChatGPT when you need it? Gosh.
Shit.
Oh boy.
Anyhow.
Yeah. Well, if you guys want to speak the truth.
For real.
Nothing good comes.
I can go next if you
have at it.
Like. Okay. So today I am going to talk about the Aetherius Society. So picture it, London, 1954. The city's still recovering from World War II. There's rationing, smog, and a very British kind of existential. Okay, so, and amid the gray drizzle and post-war exhaustion, people are desperate for something new. Something hopeful, something that looks beyond the ruins of Europe, and apparently beyond Earth itself. Enter George King. The whole time I was going over and writing all of this, I kept writing King George So I'm going to apologize already if I say King George. I do mean George King. Because I don't believe King George was a yoga teacher or a spiritualist.
We don't know.
But who knows what these guys did in their past time.
You can't speak for King George.
George, I cannot, but I just don't think he was really into yoga.
Look, he might have been
Anyway.
he might have been a limber motherfucker. You don't know.
Again, I don't.
Just saying.
Yeah. Any hoozle. Who am I to judge a king? Someone who still has their head, which means I haven't done that. So enter George King, a yoga teacher, a spiritualist, and by all accounts, a deeply earnest man who probably just wanted to make the world a little bit better. But George was about to make it a lot weirder. One morning, and I kid you not, while meditating alone in his flat in London, George hears a voice, as one does. I'm getting Harry Potter, Chamber of Secrets. And it's not just any voice. He described it as a deep, commanding, resonant, the kind of voice that makes you instantly check your pants to make sure that you didn't accidentally sit on a cat.
Why would you fucking sit? I'm sorry.
Because you're not paying attention.
I've never sat. Okay, that's a lie.
Yep. Continuing.
I thought you were going to say, like, shit your pants or something.
But then I was wondering why the shitty pants are talking to you.
I thought you were checking to see if you shit your pants because the voice scared you. Anyways.
It was more of those, like, one of those voices that make you almost go weak at the knees, and so you, like, immediately sit down just to make sure, like, you know.
Cool. No, I can't.
Anyway. No, continuing. Not everybody has every feeling that has been described in literature, so we will move on with our lives. Well, this voice says to George King while he's meditating, prepare yourself. You're about to become the voice of the interplanetary parliament. Now, George doesn't panic, doesn't call the doctor, doesn't even wonder if the neighbors are messing with him through the walls. No. He just nods and goes, right then. Better get on with it.
Let's go.
All I keep thinking about is The Wild Robot on Netflix. Rosie loves watching that movie.
It's adorable.
All I keep thinking of is task acquired. And George is on his way. He has latched on. Well, and with that, the Aetherius Society was born. George King soon declared that he had been chosen as the primary terrestrial mental channel, meaning, basically, Earth's top psychic switchboard operator for higher beings from other planets. Very similar to Kendall's gentleman.
I feel we're going to have a lot of parallels.
Freddie too?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I mean, they've got very basic tropes that you can go through on these.
It's very step by step cult.
Yeah, and these don't necessarily contain mass murder / suicide, so they don't get covered a lot. But these are kind of the weird ones that, you know, you can kind of believe what you want to believe. And it being right after World War II, who doesn't want to believe in something higher than themselves or hear from other beings that it can get better, you know?
It's fair.
Anyway, so exactly. I just picture George, like, in the back room, like, pulling all the cables out because it's 1954, being, like, switchboard operator. He's like, oh, Jesus is calling. Oh, hold on.
It's Freddie Mercury.
Just plugging them all in. Oh, we can't put Freddie on hold. Sorry, God, I gotta put you on hold.
Gotta go.
Cthulhu, calling. Not again. Hang up.
Freddie
I'm
won't
done.
tolerate this.
Like, Bigfoot doesn't want to talk to you. I will not be transferring you. Goodbye. Good day, sir. So, the main one that he tended to channel was a cosmic master called Aetherius, hence the Aetherius Society. Aetherius was said to have come from Venus, which, for context, is a planet hot enough to melt lead and rain acid. But George explained that Aetherius and his pals weren't physical beings like us. They were on a higher plane of existence, pure
Higher.
energy.
Get it?
Yeah, apparently that's where George was to be able to get these phone calls. So, pure energy, pure spirit, pure cosmic management efficiency. So, George starts receiving these transmissions from these beings out in the world, not even in the world, in the cosmic neighborhood. We're going to go with that. Cosmic neighborhood. Ha! Think of them as interplanetary memos, long poetic messages about saving Earth, raising vibrations, and learning the secrets of the cosmos.
Oh my God,
And
these all do
George?
sound the same.
Mm-hmm. And George, he didn't just write them down, he channeled them. Sometimes he'd go into a trance, his voice changing, his face going still. Imagine a yoga teacher suddenly sounding like James Earl Jones reading a science fiction gospel. Oh my God, that's the title of the thing. Coming soon, James Earl Jones reading a science fiction gospel.
There you go.
And weirdly enough, these messages weren't random. They came with a mission.
Oh.
Task acquired. The masters, George said, were deeply concerned about the human race. Well, the human race is deeply concerned about the human race. So,
Should
welcome
be.
to the club, the masters. Our wars, our pollution, and our atomic bombs. Apparently, after Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the galaxy was like, okay, somebody's got to check on Earth before those idiots blow up the timeline.
Again.
Fair enough. Pluto's probably like, I've known it the whole time, but fuck those guys. They made me not a planet. So I'm out here. I don't need to deal with this.
Pluto's
Right.
better than all that.
So, for real. So, apparently, the masters reached out. Not to the US government, because why? Not to the Pope, but to a yoga teacher from London, obviously.
Yeah, like you do.
Right. I mean, I feel like George would be more fun to talk to than the Pope. Maybe not this Pope. This Pope sounds fun, but I don't really want to talk to the US government. They don't sound like fun or somebody that
Any
would.
government,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly,
uninterested.
any government.
Count me out of that, thanks.
Yeah. Right. But George, to his credit, got organized. The Aetherius Society formed in London in the mid 1950s and quickly spread to America, especially LA, because honestly, where else would a UFO religion set up shop?
Correct.
Close to the deserts, you know? Their teachings were a blend of Eastern philosophy, Christian mysticism, and 1950s UFO optimism. Basically, we're all connected, the earth is alive, prayer is a form of energy, and aliens are here to help us evolve. Just not directly, because of something called karmic law. Think of it like the prime directive from Star Trek, but with incense. If we aren't familiar with the primary objective in Star Trek, it is to observe and to not meddle. You are to watch, you are to not intervene, you are to not touch.
like
You don't.
Doctor Who, fixed point in time. Can't touch.
Exactly. So yeah, just don't fuck around and find out, pretty much. Because then you might be responsible for blowing up the timeline instead of the actual idiots on Earth. All right. Sorry, my phone turned sideways and then it went up. Oh, okay. Yep, prime directive. There we are. So, what do you do if you can't call the aliens for help? Easy, George said. You store your own power. Thus was born one of the Society's signature rituals, Operation Prayer Power.
Oh.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
This is where it gets delightfully specific. Members gather in groups, dressed in robes, candles flickering, and they chant prayers
Why is it
together.
always robes? Why are you guys messing with robes? Leave the robes out of it.
Honestly, you have to be able to pop, lock, and drop it at any point
You know
in
what?
time.
Then get a good
even in the
sweatsuit
50s.
like freaking what Jonestown did. Freaking leave the robes in the spa.
That worked out well for them.
Well, you know, they did fine in their sweatsuits, but they stayed out of the robes.
To be fair, these are English. Well, not all of them, because this is after they moved to LA. But these are mainly English people. And, you know, they kind of have a big thing for pageantry and robes. They wear freaking wigs in court still. So,
I suppose. But why?
I don't think robes is... I don't know. Because it looks cool, and you can't wear robes in public most of the time. So he's like, screw it, we're cool. We're going to do what we want.
It's kind of like a cloak. Like, if it billows in the wind, yeah, I'll wear it.
Of course. Anything for a billowing fabric out behind you. Whatever works for you. Exactly.
Just leave the robes out of it. God.
Okay, so while doing this, instead of letting that spiritual energy just float off into the ether, they direct it into something called a spiritual energy battery. And no, I'm not kidding. They have actual physical metal containers, usually cylindrical. I'm getting a flash of Monsters Inc., but just for Operation Prayer Power.
For prayer instead of screams.
Yeah, well, some can say it could be the same. It could be a scream for help. Yeah, this is the adult version of screams. So they claim that this can hold energy until it's needed. Then, when a crisis happens somewhere out in the world, like a natural disaster or war, they discharge the stored energy to help.
Let's not use that word either, okay? Continue.
Still not a good enough reason to use that word.
Correct.
Thank you. I chuckled when I threw that one in there. I was like,
move along.
So basically, it's like Ghostbusters and a yoga retreat collaborated on a humanitarian aid. But they didn't have backpacks. I think that it might have been cooler if they had backpacks with, like, vacuum.
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
Vacuum the aliens.
Yeah.
The prayers.
You gotta vacuum the prayer power. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And George wasn't joking about it. Any of it. He gave detailed, technical sounding explanations about how the batteries worked. Though, mysteriously, never any blueprints. It was all a very trust the process style. Honestly, the idea isn't that crazy if you squint at it. You pray, you collect good vibes, and you send them to people in need. If that's not the world's most wholesome sci-fi concept, I don't know what is.
I like the gist of it.
I mean, is it hurting anybody? Is there more to this?
Oh, there's more. Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Now, George didn't stop there. Over the years, he expanded the cosmic cast list. Aetherius was the main contact, but soon other masters started chiming in. For example, the Master Jesus, who George explained was originally from Venus, and after his earthly mission 2,000 years ago, he apparently returned to his home planet, where he continued his interplanetary outreach program. Buddha, he's from Mercury. Krishna, also a cosmic operative. Basically, our religious icons were all part of the same galactic group chat. And George King, he was their representative on Earth, their middleman, the cosmic customer service line for humanity.
Here's that God. Here's this God. Here's George.
Yeah. George.
You know what?
He's just like,
they said yoga grounded him so much that, yeah, he's our dude. He's so well-rounded and grounded in yoga. Let's use him.
He's got everyone on speed dial.
Yeah.
So at his lectures, he channeled new messages from these beings. Hundreds of people would attend. notebooks in hand, eager for news from the stars. His voice would deepen, the room would go silent, and then he would declare something like, "Peace will come to your world when mankind learns to harness the power of love. We are watching, but you must choose your destiny." And then the audience would applaud, half in awe, half in confusion, but all in belief.
Sounds like Santa Claus.
A little bit.
Yeah.
We're given a little bit of, oh yeah. It's still creepy. I don't like that Santa Claus is just going, flip through the files. Oh, look, let's just go peek into their house. Boop.
He knows when you're awake.
Yeah, but if you think about it, he only knows that because he knows what time zone you live in, so he knows it's daylight and you're awake.
Is that how
Yeah, don't make Santa creepy.
Is
I
this
love
what-
him.
I just assumed he could be like peeking at anybody at any point in time. Just be like, oh, I want to see what.
boundaries
Yeah.
are?
No, Santa, see, here it is. Santa knows it's daylight because of where you live. He knows it's nighttime because of where you live. So he knows if you're sleeping or awake, obviously. And then,
Technically, though, it's nighttime right now.
yeah, so, well, yeah, but it's not sleeping time yet. If it's like 2:00 in the morning, he knows.
What if you work the night shift?
Well, then you're an adult and you're not getting Christmas. Damn it. So,
all right, Zach Baggins, get out of here with those glasses.
they're helping. So shut up.
The second you put them on, I was like, oh, it's Zach.
Shut up. They're green. They're not black.
I was gonna say I like them. They're green.
I can't.
Mine are black.
I do, but yours aren't square. His are. He got big
I
ones.
feel like ours are the
He's
same
got really big,
shape.
oversized ones.
I do. I feel like ours are the same shape.
No, Chelsea's look bigger on her
Because
face.
I have a smaller eyeballs.
I also have a big ass head. Anyways,
I mean, I guess.
Anyways, back to Santa for a second.
Jesus.
So he always says
You know what? No.
parents, and then the
No,
parents
keep going.
tell the Santa if you've been good or bad. So he's not stalking people. I need Santa's name cleared. All right, continue.
Are you an elf? Why are you vying for Santa so hard?
Because Santa is a saint. Leave him alone. I love
okay, Klaus.
Prostitutes.
I love Santa.
And homeless people.
Pardon?
Isn't Saint Nick is the patron saint of prostitutes and homeless people? Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
He can do it.
There's more of
He can
the
do what he wants on his free
people,
time.
but still. Jesus. All right.
All right, Santa. There it is.
Okay. Now, one thing about the Aetherius Society, they love mountains.
Oh.
To them, certain mountains are sacred sites, charged by the masters with high-frequency energy. Think of them as interplanetary charging ports. Like,
I mean, I could
sit
kinda
on
see
there.
it.
Yeah.
Growing up at the base of Mount Rainier our whole lives, I mean, there's something pretty majestic about
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can literally see, I live in the Cascades,
Mm-hmm.
and I can see the Olympics driving to the next town over. It's great. I love mountains. All right, so George led expeditions to climb these mountains, saying he was performing spiritual operations to help heal the planet. We're not talking little hikes. These people scaled Mount Kilimanjaro, Mount Adams in the US, Holdstone down in England, and they're all considered quote unquote holy mountains.
Mount Adams is a holy mountain. Why?
Mm-hmm.
If anything, it should have been Mount Rainier.
I agree.
I agree. Well, and they should have done Shasta because they saved the Klamath people from total disaster.
We have feelings about these mountains.
We do have feelings. I mean, he literally like popped out of his mountain like a Magic Mike man popping out of a cake and just saved everybody.
Apparently, George had
Episode 1. George hadn't heard about that. And this happened way before George's time too, so he had time. This was his problem, not anybody else's. Anyway, he claimed that these spots were chosen by the cosmic masters themselves, and that during spiritual, quote unquote, spiritual push periods, alien craft would literally beam down waves of positive energy there. So to that, it makes me feel like the flyby, like refueling, like we're all just flying through space.
It's got thoughts and prayers written all over it.
Quite literally.
Good vibes, thoughts and prayers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here it is. I'm shooting it down right to you. That's kind of what we're working with right now. Anyway, so imagine a group of very serious British people in robes standing at the top of a windy mountain, pointing antenna like rods towards the sky and chanting in unison.
Yeah, I'd be out of that so fast.
Yeah, not a bit. It's actually happening.
Nope.
And honestly, I don't necessarily mind it. There's kind of something. No one got hurt. No one was exploited. They just earnestly believed that they were helping the world by hiking for humanity. Now, the Etheria Society didn't just pray and climb mountains. They had operations. They all had very dramatic names, like Operation Starlight, Operation Sunbeam, and my personal favorite, Operation Blue Water. You know, this is all making it sound like Pokemon moves.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Here you go, Blastoise. Operation Blue Water. Anyway, what?
Yeah, it is.
It is true.
I hear it.
So each mission was basically a coordinated global prayer effort, timed with astrological events or quote unquote cosmic transmissions. During these, George King would announce that spacecraft were orbiting the Earth, absorbing and redistributing spiritual energy to cleanse humanity's karma.
It's like
they may have missed a few rotations in the last decade or two. I'm assuming they got stuck, but who knows? One of the key ideas was that these cosmic masters were performing invisible acts of planetary maintenance, fixing the ozone layer, neutralizing atomic radiation, stabilizing the magnetic field, that kind of thing. And now the members praying were like, I don't know, plugging the system to help keep the servers from crashing. If you think about it, it's sort of environmentalism meets mysticism meets science fiction, a space age religion for the atomic age. The 50s, they kind of all thought everything was going to be tinfoil hats and car.
I mean, look at the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Seriously, though. I mean, yeah.
Racist.
Well, a lot of things back then were racist. Dr. Seuss was racist.
Word. Yeah, that's again, no one got hurt, so I could be down with that, but
hey, we're gonna keep going. George just might be a weird freaking dude. No. Just we'll keep going. Through all of this, George King remained a very calm, almost shy figure. Unlike a lot of cult leaders, he didn't demand money, didn't claim to be God, and didn't isolate people from their families. He just really believed in what he was doing. He kept meticulous records of his transmissions, ran the organization with structure and ceremony, and genuinely seemed to want peace for the world. He lived quietly in California for years, continuing to write and teach until his death in 1997. And here's the weirdest part. The Etheria Society didn't collapse after that. It didn't implode like most movements do when the founder's gone. It's actually still going. They've got branches in London, Los Angeles, New Zealand, Nigeria, and Ghana. They still hold Operation Prayer Power sessions, charging those spiritual batteries, sending energy to the world. They still hike to those mountains, still chant, still believe that somewhere up there, the masters are watching over us. They even live stream now because, of course they do. Nothing says modern mysticism like a YouTube meditation with subtitles that read, charging the battery in progress. What fascinates me about the Etheria Society isn't whether it's quote-unquote true, because sure, none of us have seen the Venusians' only Zoom call, but it's the sheer earnestness of it. George King took the wildest ideas that aliens are guiding our spiritual evolution and made it into a movement based on service, peace, and helping others. They've done actual charitable work, disaster relief, community service, stuff like that. It's like they took the sci-fi and left the sinister out, a rare movement for a mid-century cult.
Yeah.
And honestly, when you think about it, the Aetherius message is oddly timeless. Be kind, serve others, protect the planet, expand your consciousness. Those are ideas that work just as well whether you believe in ascended space beings or not. Maybe George King just dressed up old truths into cosmic tinfoil so people would actually pay attention. So before I finish, let's do one little thought experiment. Imagine it's the 1950s again. You're sitting in a crowded hall in London. The air smells faintly of tobacco and optimism. George King is at the front of the room, sitting calmly in a chair, eyes closed. He begins to speak, but it's not quite his voice anymore. It's deeper, slower, and resonant. And he says something like, mankind has forgotten that he is part of a greater whole. The stars sing not for him, but with him. And one day, when he learns harmony, he will hear the song again. Now, whether that's divine inspiration, psychosis, or just the best improv in spiritual history, it's kind of beautiful. The man really believed in cosmic unity, and in a world where people tear each other apart over politics, power, or petty nonsense, the idea that someone once tried to pray the planet better, well, maybe we could just use a little bit more of that energy, even if it comes from Venus. So, here we are.
All right. I was expecting this to be a real heavy week.
Nope. I wanted weird. I didn't necessarily want mass suicide or mass deaths, and I didn't,
Word.
I honestly was not prepared for there to be a cult that wasn't stealing people's money and demanding that they, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of like it.
I know I kept seeing your guys' faces when I have it sectioned out at each end of the section. I was like, yeah, I'm for these guys. And you were like, are you batshit crazy? And I was like, just bear with me.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Well, the whole time I'm thinking about mine, and I'm like, yeah, in the beginning, you're like, cool, this guy talks to people. And then you start talking about like getting younger recruits and stuff. And that's where I'm like, okay, pump the brake. I figured there was a turning point.
No, I kind of dig it. Like,
They legit.
me and my girlfriends will do a hike when we want to recharge and kind of feel the earth again. And it's like, okay, well, he was kind of onto something, I guess. Like, wild.
Yeah.
I mean, what do our therapists tell us to do when we're having panic attacks? Go put your
touch
feet in the
some grass.
grass.
Touch grass.
Got it. Connect back. My opinion, but
Wild.
here we are. The Aetherius Society. It is still going.
I wasn't prepared for that. I'm not gonna lie.
No. me
Ta-da!
neither.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna jump on into mine and keep on going. In a remote corner of Colorado, a small group of devoted followers gather around a woman they believed was God incarnate. They called her Mother God, the divine being sent to save humanity from darkness. But behind the smiling live streams, the light worker rhetoric, and the cosmic promise of ascension was something far darker. This is the story of Love Has Won, a cult built on New Age beliefs, digital evangelism, and one woman's descent into delusion.
I think I've heard this
I
one.
I think so. I was talking to Mom about it earlier, and I was surprised it wasn't clicking for her. So I'll see if it clicks for you as well. So Amy Carlson was born in 1975 in Dallas, Texas. By all accounts, she was an ordinary woman, smart, charismatic, and kind-hearted. She grew up in a middle-class family, sang in her school choir, and later worked in a McDonald's management position. But in her early 30s, Amy began drifting into the world of New Age spirituality. She spent hours online reading about energy healing, ascension, and cosmic consciousness. Somewhere along the way, she became convinced of something extraordinary, that she wasn't just a person, but a divine being. She began calling herself Mother God, claiming she was the 534th reincarnation of Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, there really
Oddly
are
specific.
That's,
the same.
I'm telling you, this will mark boxes all the way down of being almost identical. And we're about to laugh because we had, what's his name? Freddie Mercury. We had James Earl Jones. And now Amy said that she had lived as Cleopatra, Joan of Arc, and Marilyn Monroe. Her followers believed her completely. By the late 2000s, Amy left her family, her children, and her old life behind to fulfill her divine mission. She moved in with a small group of online believers, forming what would eventually be known as Love Has Won. Love Has Won became a spiritual movement, or at least that's how it appeared. Its message was simple: love is the highest vibration, and humanity must awaken to ascend to the fifth dimension. Amy positioned herself as the only being capable of guiding this ascension. To her followers, she was the ultimate authority, the mother of all creation.
I don't like this.
Through YouTube, Facebook, and live streams, Love Has Won spread across the internet. Their videos were filled with laughter, singing, and talk of light and energy shifts. But behind the screens, former members say life was far from loving. Amy would berate and humiliate her followers for quote-unquote failing her. She drank heavily, often on camera, and used colloidal silver, claiming that it could heal any illness.
Oh,
Okay, Mom.
Okay, as soon as you said that, I knew exactly who you were talking about.
That's what I thought when I was talking to Mom about
This
it.
is insane.
When I was talking to Mom about it earlier, when I mentioned that, I thought it would click in her head, and it did not. So
No, because she goes,
mhm.
I love you, Mother, but you're cuckoo nuts bananas sometimes.
You're cuckoo bananas, yeah.
So her erratic behavior grew even more extreme. Former members describe hours-long rants, sleepless nights, and strict loyalty tests. They believed that she could control the weather, that she
So can a log in a lake, but that doesn't mean she can do it.
that she was in contact with Robin Williams' spirit,
Adding it to the list.
and that Donald Trump was her divine ally.
No, it isn't.
Jesus.
I didn't think you were going to keep going.
Dude,
Robin Williams. Jesus.
Donald Trump, spiritual ally. All
divine
right.
ally, not spiritual.
Yeah.
Divine, whatever the fuck.
There is, on one of her live streams, there is one of her voices, and it's echoey and a little distorted, and it's her saying, "I am Mother God, this is my planet."
Ew.
No
Yeah.
Nike.
To outsiders, it sounded bizarre. To her followers, it was the sacred truth. Unlike traditional cults, Love Has Won was born online. Their recruitment didn't happen in person, it happened through comment sections and spiritual forums. People searching for healing, meaning, or a sense of belonging stumbled into Amy's world. She promised enlightenment, love, and purpose. For those who joined, the cost was everything. Members gave up families, jobs, and even their homes. They moved to Colorado to live in cramped conditions, following strict orders from Mother God. Amy could...
Say where in Colorado?
I thought it did, but... Oh, yeah, Moffat, Colorado.
I'll Google it.
Keep going.
Amy controlled what they ate, when they slept, and how they spoke. If someone questioned her authority, she'd say they were possessed by darkness. In her eyes, Everyone had to surrender their ego, which meant complete obedience. No likey that.
Someone was damaged as a child.
Something.
But to say
I'd be
the very
curious
least,
what her childhood would
I
look
don't
like.
know, though, because it said that she literally was like a normal human being up until her 30s, and then she started doing all this research. So it's like, did she just kind of flip a switch? I don't know.
y'all, there's a literal UFO watchtower right down the highway. There's Moffat, and it says UFO watchtower.
That's crazy.
Her physical health began to deteriorate. Her skin turned blue, likely from years of ingesting silver. But Amy insisted that it was proof that she was transforming into a higher being.
I'm poisoning
Right?
myself. This is the
I'm
best.
dying, but
It's like, stop
I'm
hitting
way-
yourself. Stop hitting
I'm way
yourself.
better than you. In 2020, during the pandemic, Amy's followers moved her from place to place. From Hawaii, where locals protested her presence, back to the mountains of Colorado. Her condition was worsening. She was emaciated, weak, and barely able to speak. But her followers said it was all part of her ascension. They believed she was taking on the pain of humanity. In April of 2021, the truth came to light. Sheriffs responded to a tip from a concerned follower. Inside a home in Moffat, Colorado, they discovered Amy Carlson's mummified body, wrapped in a sleeping bag, adorned with Christmas lights, her eyes missing. She'd been dead for weeks. Around
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I don't like.
It's real creepy. Around her, 7 of her followers were arrested for abuse of a corpse and child abuse because a 13-year-old child had been living in that home with the body.
Why did they wrap it in Christmas lights? I have a lot of questions.
I don't know, but I kind of think it's festive as fuck.
I mean,
Are you gonna do that?
No. I don't know.
It's festive as fuck. Fuck out of here.
Oh my god.
God.
Jesus, I'm gonna come leave a skeleton on your front porch, just wrapped in Christmas lights.
I would leave it.
Ship it.
I'd leave it there.
The amount of neighbors that would call the police and be like, "There's a body on the front porch."
They've seen our house. Do you know how many animals have been like done at our house? Please.
Please.
So there are these images online. You can find the images of her body. I wouldn't suggest it. It's a little creepy because she has no eyeballs. It's not like they closed the eyeballs. I wouldn't suggest, but again, they're very shocking images. For years, Amy had preached divine love and ascension, and in the end, she was found in a shrine of decay. The discovery of Amy Carlson's body made headlines worldwide. Authorities described it as one of the most bizarre cases they'd ever seen. In the aftermath, Love Has Won officially dissolved. But the movement didn't entirely disappear. Former members splintered off, rebranding as 5D Full Disclosure, continuing to share Amy's teachings. To them, Mother God didn't die, she ascended. And in the digital corners of the internet, her image lives on, worshipped by those who still believe she'll return. For others, the story of Love Has Won is a cautionary tale of how spiritual searching can become spiritual control, and how the internet can turn belief into blind devotion. Amy Carlson began as a woman seeking purpose and ended up as a symbol of the dangers of unchecked faith. At its core, the story of Love Has Won isn't just about a cult. It's about longing for healing, for community, and for meaning. We live in an age where loneliness runs deep and belief can be found in live streams and hashtags. In that landscape, someone like Amy Carlson can become a savior until that illusion is shattered. When belief turns to worship and worship turns to control, love doesn't win, it consumes. So with that, Amy Carlson was 45 years old when she died, and the main cause of death was anorexia. It was anorexia, like alcoholism, and yeah, she pretty much drank herself to death. but then she poisoned herself with the silver.
In more ways than one.
Yeah, so she was
Yeah.
a mess.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she had a lot going on mentally that physically just kind of produced itself. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like she grew up in a normal way. She had a very normal life until she started doing research. But again, I just want to reiterate.
Until she was Mother God.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate, if you or someone you know is involved in a group that feels controlling, manipulative, or isolating, there are resources to help. icshome.com or culteducation.com for support or information. So, I there
Good plug. I didn't even think about that.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I say all the time that I could never be drawn into a cult personally because
It's slow. It happens so slowly
and
sometimes.
that's exactly it. Like, I feel like it could start off as, you know, like Courtney's cult, where you're hiking for love and you're doing, and then it turns into, oh, you know, I need all your
Well-intentioned.
money so that we can have this amazing property, but it's not going to be in your name, it's going to be in my name, you know, and like it can change so
Right.
quickly, but like you trust this person
Yeah.
because you've been doing these hikes for healing for 4 years now. Why would this person mess with you now? You know, and that's just an example, obviously, but I feel personally that I'm so judgmental that I would be like, bitch, get your own house. Like, I'm not, but again,
Right.
I don't know. I can't say I've never been in a deep pit of loneliness before that I haven't been drug out of by friends or family. Who knows? Maybe I could have been culted.
Very easily when you were over
Yeah.
east.
Could have been culted.
Easily.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Cultivated.
yeah. But I just feel like, yeah, once you're in too deep, it might be really hard to get out. And there are ways, but yeah, it would be difficult, I'm sure.
Well, and some people's pride could stop them.
I don't even know pride.
Because they're like, wow, I'm an idiot. How did I not
I know there's
realize it?
cults that take your social security numbers. Like, how do you
Yeah.
escape that? So no judgment, but crazy that these all
Crazy ass weird shit. So
yeah.
yeah, if you guys know any like wild stories maybe that are local to you and like your hometown or something that you think we should, you know, read out and tell people about, send it in to the email, because these, again, like I feel like every week I'm having like more and more fun sifting through the options of what I can talk about and being like, the fuck? And then I get to another one and I'm like, what the fuck? And I just keep going. It's like, all right, this is some weird shit.
My bookmark page I have a folder for stories is just getting bigger and bigger. I'm going to have to like subcategorize a lot of these to be able to even just sift through them ever again.
For real.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy, the building blocks of cults. Like, you saw it with Kendall's story and mine.
Very basic.
Very basic. And it's sad because it feeds off of people's need for a sense of community and to fit in. And
purpose.
That it sucks that, you know, it first it feeds off of it and it's like, oh, look, you have a community. You're part of this. And then it's like, now you're going to do for us what we've done for you. And it's sad. It's so sad.
So sad.
know.
I mean, I know this might be a long thing. It's like when things sound good on paper, like
if it sounds too good to be true, it probably
is.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. And that's why everyone needs that one solid friend that can tell them, whoa, bitch, this don't sound right.
Like, you're being dumb.
We all need that friend. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And listen to them.
I have a couple of those friends, actually. Shout out Tara and Ashley. Love you. And Autumn, honestly. You will never steer me wrong. Any of you. Y'all tell me I'm dumb. So I love you for it.
Mine's definitely Miranda, because she'll tell me. She'll be like, okay.
I mean, besides us, we all tell each other we're dumb all the time.
Newly acquired ones, so. Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
I was actually
some good friends.
Yeah, I've just acquired 2 really good ones. Shout out Summer and Bella, because y'all will be listening. Bella, I hope your floor's coming along really well. She's got the okay from the contractor to start putting in the floors in her son's bedroom
Dang, Bella,
downstairs.
send us those floor
Long
pictures.
story. I know.
All right, so next week we're going to be doing dun, da, da, dun, da, da, aliens, and it's a very broad topic. I feel like we kind of all touched on aliens this week too.
Little bit.
So it'll be interesting.
Cosmic beings, but yes.
Yeah. So it'll be fun to do like full-blown alien stories next week.
Fist my bump.
If you say that again, I'm logging straight off.
You need to read the book.
Chelsea, you've not read
No.
the book?
No, she hasn't. We
Get
are
it on
talking about
Audible.
Project Hail Mary. I swear to
By
God.
Andy Weiss.
It is.
It is. I can honestly say, out of like all three of us, read more than anyone I've ever met, and we all do. And I actually like to read the physical books, but Project Hail Mary I listened to, and
Highly
I will
recommend
never
listening.
buy the physical book because the listening like is the way to experience this
Maybe-
book. You have to
Maybe
listen
I'll
to
stop
it.
calling you guys when I'm in the car and just start listening to stuff.
Yes.
Do that.
Honestly, that book I have heard come out of friends' mouths cross
I don't
genre.
care, but
like
I
it
don't
doesn't
care.
matter what my friends
I don't care if I
read.
listen to this book or not. The fist my bump, gross. Stop immediately.
Oh no, nope. It will change. Wait. Kendall's gonna start crying.
It's the best book.
Oh my lord.
It's so good. Okay, well that's our
I'm really
alien
scared about
recommendation.
I'm scared about the movie though.
Okay, I was as well when I first saw that it was Ryan Gosling as the main character, but then I saw the trailer and his whole reaction when he was like, "Listen, I put the knot in astronaut," and I lost my shit. And so then I'm like, okay, like because he has to have the humor, right?
Oh no, I'm not worried about that part. I'm worried about Rocky and it getting ruined or how they're going to portray that portion of
That'll be
all of
interesting.
this. I'm just worried about that.
Well, they did a good job with The Martian, so we'll see.
We shall see. Yes. And a week ahead heads up. We are going to take a week off for Thanksgiving. So the
Yeah, go be
last
with your
week of
family.
the last week of November, we will not have an episode coming out. But the first week of December will be our Lighthouse episode, the one that we get to all record together when we go on our trip in a week and a half? Is that 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
A week and a half.
It's
Anyway.
about that time.
So, yep, just a heads up. We won't have an episode coming out Thanksgiving week. So, email is onceuponaweird25@gmail.com. You can find us on
Honestly,
socials. We have link
yeah.
trees and all the bios. Yeah.
And with the email too, even if it's not cult related or alien related or whatever the fuck, like if
Just
it's
weird. Even if it's
it's just gotta be weird. Send it
come
over.
talk to
Even if it's a
us.
word of mouth story.
Just talk to us. We
Yeah.
love it.
Pretend you like us.
Yeah.
Yep.
In
Seriously.
the club, we
Alright.
all fam.
Jesus
Crying in the
Christ.
club.
Okay.
Anyway, signing out for this
All right.
episode. Bye.